season winding down. There's 3 games remaining, and we turn to the B division for this game. Welcome everyone to the RSHL. I'm Daniel Wilson, and this week's game we are going to be covering the Lock Monsters against the Mighty Panthers. Now the Lock Monsters, they've been doing all the scoring they needed. Top 2 scorers, Kevin Frost and Grayson Bell, have scored 7 and 6 goals respectively. For the Mighty Panthers, scoring has become more of a premium this season. They've only scored a total of 5 goals this season. So are they going to find it within themselves to start putting that ball in net? Well, we're going to have to do it very soon with 3 games remaining. As we take a look at the standings right now, Reapers currently holding first place, and they are facing the huge Deeks as we speak, so we will find out if the Lock Monsters end up tying them for first. And as you can see, the Panthers currently winless, and hopefully that will change tonight. So get ready, because the ball drop is coming up next. There we go. Sorry. At least with the text I can get it correct. Yeah, exactly. Ready to go in the B division, Mighty Panthers and Lock Monsters. The Panthers still looking for their first win of the season as we are now underway. And a long shot. Kevin Frost didn't waste any time going right to the goal. Now here come the Panthers. As stated before, they've only had 5 goals this whole season. Here's a chance here, saved by DiGiacomo.
Greg Parlanti's playing goal for them tonight.
Off the face-off, Panthers win, and that shot goes high and wide, and DiGiacomo will cover up. As the face-off will move to the left of the net. Lock Monsters win this face-off, and it'll dump it right into the corner and chase down, but it'll be an icing against the Lock Monsters. It was a good effort by Vesa to try to chase it down. Off the face-off, and they'll just roll into the glove of DiGiacomo. But he'll let it go. And behind the net, looking for someone to pass to. He'll find it to the right-hand side. That is Joey Murphy. But it is held up by Chantel Ayers. And the Panthers will get it out. The Lock Monsters have to regroup. Holding up, and now it is Grayson Bell trying to get around. Ends up turning it over. The Panthers trying to get across. They finally do. Giacomo will play. Now it's Terry Smith. Far right side. Here they come. They get it. Murphy rolls towards the left. I'm sorry, to the right side. Parlanti. Shot from Terry Smith, and that will go wide of the net. Lock Monsters try to carry out. That is Ryan Doolittle. Back to the point. Try to pass it over. See Brad Matthews turns it over to the Panthers, and the Panthers will get it out, and they are forced to regroup. They'll give Panthers a chance to catch their breath. Tries to get across again, but it goes right back to the Lock Monsters, and now it is Grayson Bell, one of the top scorers for the Lock Monsters. Panthers trying to get their offense going. They did go off to a good start. Here's a shot, gets stopped with the stick, and comes right out, and Terry Smith plays it out and dumps it in as the Lock Monsters will make a change. Tries to knock it down with a stick, missed. Tries to center it up, intercepted. And here come the Panthers. All turned it back over to Terry Smith. tries to get a shot off, unable. And now gonna come the other way. This is Ryan Coyne. Tries to look for someone, ends up going back to the Lock Monsters. Good forecheck. And now the Lock Monsters will try to start again. They'll dump it right back out. The Panthers will make a change.
Yeah, good.
Out to retrieve is Trip Carter. He was a former member of the Orange Crush a few seasons ago. And that will come all the way out, and icing will be called against the Panthers.
Did you just really mention the Orange Crush? That's a pretty nice pull. Half of that team was banned from the league.
Yeah, from this very team, the Lock Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like about a year ago or so. Here's a shot and a great leg save by Parlanti. That shot coming off of Kevin Frost, the top scorer of the Lock Monsters, coming in with 7 goals. Looking for a shot around the side of the net. The Panthers coming out. Very nice chipper, but it goes right back. They will finally get across. This time, it will go right back to the Lock Monsters. Up in the air, and it is caught by Brian Caratelli. Chantel Ayers passing to her left. Ayers with a shot, and that goes wide. And here's another thing about the Panthers. There's no member of the team that has multiple goals. All 5 goals have come from different members of the team. Ayers will pass up to the left. Now back to center. Or left side. Here's a shot by Coyne and a cover up by DiGiacomo. Now the Panthers trying to get something going, a battle for possession along the boards. Passing it back to Greg Wallace. And turns it back over and tries to get around Grayson Bell. And a nice attempt to keep the play alive. Here's a close shot. Battle for possession, and now it's coming back. Here's a long shot save by Parlanti. About lost sight of it, but he will find it and cover up. Shot coming from Joe Daner.
Joe Daner with a nice shot.
I will say the play has improved for the Panthers so far this first period. There's a big step from what their season has been. And back to the point, and a high shot, but it goes off the glove of Parlanti. Goes wide, and Parlanti covers up, just manages to stay in the crease. Good work, guys. All the draw. Lock Monster shot, that shot goes wide. That one coming off of Brad Matthews. Sets up Matthews again. And intercepted, and the Panthers will try to start again, but a nice forecheck. Keeping it in the zone, and now the Panthers try to start again. And that was Timothy Amon. Whoa, close shot! Oh, that was a great save by Parlanti, the shot. That was a very close shot from Keith Meister. Here come the Panthers again. Towards the left, they caught the stick of a Lock Monster and they'll dump it right back in. Now Amon trying to get the play going again. 6 minutes remaining, and they are caught offside. So we're about 5:45 remaining in the first period. So far, no score. Is Grayson Bell. Goes towards the slot. Goes through a bunch of bodies and go wide of the net.
Go get him! Come and slide!
Joey Murphy. And goes wide of the net again. Tries a backhand. That one also goes wide. Behind the net, Chantel Ayers has to try to fight off Matthews. And now here's Coyne. Coming up with 3 other members, turned it over. That's a bad time to do it. Oh, whiffed on the shot. Grayson Bell, that was a quality opportunity. That finds the stick. The Panthers are trying to find a way around. They'll go towards the corner. Chantel Ayers is going to try to chase it down and will. And it goes right back into the Panther zone. They're having some trouble trying to get out of their own zone. Ayers trying to find someone across, unable. Goes right back to the corner. Grayson Bell goes around Matthews. I'm sorry, that's Murphy, pardon me. Oh, whoa. And that one snagged into the glove of Parlanti. The Panthers having trouble. They had a good start to this game, but right now they're just having trouble with possession.
Jesus Christ, dude. Watch plans for number 3 to draw to Kevin here. That's the famous play.
Maestro off the draw, right back to Frost. He'll try to go to Vesa. It's a fight off Amon. Vesa trying to look for someone to help him out, and he will find Kevin Frost. Goes right back to the corner. Oh, that one coming from behind the goal line, and Berlanti will cover up. We're about 3:20 remaining in this first period. So far, no score in this game. We'll see if the Panthers can get out of their zone this time. Holding. Looking for some help. Instead, will carry it himself, and will find Greg Shepard to his left. Tries to center one up, but it will go right back to Kevin Frost. And it'll dump it right behind the net, and Giacomo will cover up. It's been a while since he's been involved in a play. And so far, the Panthers have had 4 shots credited. Going back to the point, looking for some help for the sticks, and come right back out, and the Panthers have to regroup. And they will try to get it across, but they have to wait for everyone to get back on side, and that's going to give the Lock Monsters a chance. Tries a long shot, goes off of Amon. It will go right to the corner. Amon being chased down by Meister. It's Meister again. Tries to center one up, goes off his stick and right back to the corner. And tries to center it up. Here's Matthews. And shot goes wide of the net. Looking for some help. Amon. Okay, and that will go out of play into the Panthers bench. And we are approaching 1:40 remaining in the first period. Brian Doolittle set to take the draw, and the Panthers will end up getting a space off. Here is a breakaway. It's Coyne. Here's a chance here. Looking for shots. Great save by Giacomo. That was probably the best chance the Panthers have had. As I said, goals are pretty much at a premium for the Panthers this season, but that was their best opportunity yet. And now here's Grayson Bell again, and goes off the stick And now here comes Coyne again, a second opportunity, trying to fight off Matthews. He'll center one up, it goes off a foot, and it goes right across the line. And he'll shoot it right back to Giacomo. 40 seconds remaining in the first period. Oh, here's the chance here. Oh, it goes right back to Bell. That was a great opportunity here. Here's Bell, the shot, it goes wide. Tries to center one up, off of the foot of Chantel Ayers. Here's Matthews, the backhand. And Coyne will try again with 20 seconds remaining. And managed to get across the line, but the Panthers have to regroup, so do the Lock Monsters. 12 seconds remaining, has time for one last push. There's Wallace passing up to Chantel Ayers. She's waiting. Try to look for an opportunity, but instead it will be one more shot credited to Berlanti, and the period will end. So after 14 minutes of play, no score after one.
Chalk is not here.
Not tonight.
Old chalk.
Ready for the second period. And yeah, that is the correct score. There is no score right now. And after what the Panthers have been through in the previous meeting with the Lock Monsters, they have been crushed 9-1. Here's a shot saved by Berlanti. Aman will come out to play. Will end up turning over. Here, the shot and a great block by Trip Carter. Over into the corner. Shot saved by Berlanti. And Frost tried to get a shot off, unable. And here's Aman. Takes a shot, saved by DiGiacomo. And Ebner. And it's in, score, Panthers! DiGiacomo caught a piece of it, but it just wasn't enough. And the Panthers have the lead.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Now, I'm not sure if the Panthers have had a lead all season, but they got it now.
Chris Craig, who had that goal?
Kevin.
What number?
78.
Thanks, bro. Assist?
Tim, the defense gone yet? Come on. 24.
So Ebner will get credit with the goal and Aman with the assist. And the Panthers trying to follow up. Here's Coyne. He's had quite a few opportunities today, but instead will pass it over to his right. Here's a shot by Coyne, and that gets blocked. Passing back to the point. Shot, and it ends up getting the stick of a Lock Monster. That is. Pass it over to his center. Shot goes wide and covered up by Berlanti.
Greg Berlanti goal was definitely a recipe for a big upset for the Panthers.
Shot and caught a body on the way. Over to the corner. It is Coyne trying to fight off a few blue jerseys. Tries to get an opportunity close range. And tries to find someone towards the center. Unable to, and it'll be Lock Monsters again. And now going around the back. There's Greg Wallace passing it around. Tries to center one up. Shot saved by Berlanti. That was a great leg save. Another shot and a cover up by Berlanti.
No, that clock's wrong.
Hold on.
It's about 15 minutes past. It's 6:30 right now.
Hold on.
Still only 7 shots.
And quick save by Berlanti, and the Lock Monsters are going to try again. It is Brian Caratelli. Turns it over, and here come the Panthers. It is Ebner, who has the only goal of the game. Tries to center one up for Ayers, but unable. And it will go all the way towards the left. Back to the point. Looking for a shot, and gets a body on the way, and a cover up by DiGiacomo.
Oh, Chris took you a bit tip.
Off the draw, Lock Monsters will win this face-off. They'll try to get it out. Amon gloves it down. Ebner tries to pass it back to the point. Will stay in. Amon with a shot, and now goes wide. And centers one up. That was a great chance by Ebner, and it went high. Back to the point. Here's a shot on the way, caught a body. Shot was coming from Greg Wallace. Far left end now. Centers one up. Shot, great save by DiGiacomo. And the shot, good score!
What's he, 35? 25, 13.
Take faster. Right. Right. And you guys, come on. Right.
Timeout blue.
And with that, the Lock Monsters are going to call their timeout right now. That goal coming from Chris Luns. So the Panthers, I believe for the first time this season, a 2-goal lead. Would you believe that the Panthers have now got a 2-0 lead? If I'm correct, that is the first time they have a multi-goal lead. Amon will shoot it in, and the Lock Monsters are going to try to get something going here. They had to call that timeout because they knew they had to do better than that, facing a 0-6 team. A little physical battle there. There's a shot, and it got blocked on the way. Shot coming from Joe Daner. Now here come the Panthers again. It's Coin. It'll be knocked right back. And try to dump it in and go off a body, but they will get across anyway. Coin off a stick. Here's an opportunity here, but it didn't get enough time. Oh, try to get another chance going. And now a race. Who's going to get it? Went down. I'm looking around, no call. Here comes Coin again. Tries to center it up and intercepted by Matthews. Matthews tries to get across, he will, and it'll come all the way down, and Trip Carter will retrieve. And we'll just dump it around. Matthews just whizzes right by us, and Carter will again wait for some help as his team changes. Now Amon waiting for everyone to get on side. Everyone is now on. Trying to get across, now they are. It is Chris Luns. Has the second goal of the game. Shot goes wide. Luns trying to fight off Matthews. Tries to center one up, goes off the body. Matthews again. And Chantel Ayers. Yeah, it's the fight off from in. And Ayers trying to get shot off, and that went off the stick of Joe Daner. And now Grayson Bell. Looking for a shot. Holding. Oh, that went off the post. And it'll be covered up by Parlanti. That was so close.
It was a beautiful stick save by Parlanti there. Grayson, nice shift, man. Nothing but speed, buddy.
Off the draw. Lock Monsters win this face off, and it goes up in the air. That went off a few bites. And Meister trying to look for a shot. It'll come right back to the point. And it will come all the way out. No icing on this play. It is a race. Who's going to get there first? Now who's going to get possession now? It's coming all the way back. It is going to be Chantel Ayers. That's it back. Coin again. And a great play by Vesa.
2-1.
And it'll come right back out. The Panthers have to retreat.
Go get him, go get him, go get him!
Now the Lock Monsters are back on side, looking for a shot. Have a lot of pink jerseys around them. And went wide. Ayers will shoot around. Ebner They'll chip around. Here's a 2-on-1. Tried to set it up for Coin, missed the pass. Coin looking for a shot, goes wide. And the Lock Monsters will dump around, looking for some help. Oh, here is a chance here. Shot, save by Parlanti. Oh, what a save! What a save!
Wow.
That is the save of the year, everyone! Oh, we just gotta look at that again. You just gotta look at that again. That is an amazing glove save. And Parlanti is going to cover that one up. That is probably the most spectacular save I've ever seen. Ayers is going to hold on, shoots it around to Amy Goodine. Waiting to get it back on, they will. Lock Monsters will have possession. Here's Brian Caratelli. Will just dump it in, and they'll get a change up. Ayers will retrieve.
Changing. They're changing.
Ayers looking for some help. And a breakaway. Here's a chance here. Shot. Score! That one, that's going to be Lonza's second goal of the game.
Chantel had that behind the play, and Chris was calling for it, and she hit him right in stride at the center line. Nice.
That was just perfect timing. Managed to stay on side. That is great execution. I think we are finally seeing the Panthers at their very best. We've been waiting for that all season. They'll go right back to the corner. Amon will retrieve. 3.5 remaining in the second period. Panthers hold a 3-0 lead. That is unprecedented. And now the Lock Monsters are gonna retreat, get back on side. Amon passing it up to his right. Centering one up for Greg Shepard. They'll go to the left end corner. Okay, back to Trip Carter, shoots it up for Coin, gets around a defender, here's a chance here. Where is it at? It is behind the net. Here's Goodine, goes high and it'll trickle down to Amon. Right back towards Coin, but Grayson Bell will pick it up. And here's a chance here. That is Brian Doolittle. Goes to the far left end. And here comes Coin again. Great move by Coin. Shot goes high. Goodine will retrieve. Chantel Ayers trying to beat out a few defenders. And a lob shot into the glove of DiGiacomo. And we'll have a stoppage with 2:12 remaining in the second period. I tell you, this has just been an amazing game. Panthers win this face-off. Lons shot it and that went off a body. And can he keep it in? Unable. Here is a chance. Here's Meister trying to get around Valente. Great save! He has just been amazing today. Shot another save by Parlanti.
Get the man at the ball.
And a cover up by Parlanti, and we'll have a stoppage.
Beautiful flow check on that Meister breakaway.
And we are approaching a minute remaining in the second period. 3-0 lead for the Panthers. And now here's another chance here. It's a 3-on-1. Here's Ebner, shot. Goes wide of the net. On center for Ebner again, shot. Where is it? Where is it? I don't think anyone knew where it was, but DiGiacomo does make the stop. And less than a minute remaining in the second period.
50 seconds.
Joe, are you gonna be okay then? Will you call paramedics?
And now the Lock Monsters win that face off. They end up turning it over. Here's Wallace. And a big save by DiGiacomo. And now the Lock Monsters trying to dump it out. Chantel Ayers. And bouncing shot. May have went off a few sticks, but it just misses. Here's Hebner with a shot saved by DiGiacomo.
15.
Now looking for another shot. Goes off the body, and now the Lock Monsters will get one more push. Vesa off the glove of Chantel Ayers. Has to fight off Ben Vesa, and with that, the second period ends. An amazing game here. Panthers lead 3-0. Third period just about underway, and man, what a game we got here. Panthers leading 3-0. This is nothing like we've seen in the past games in the whole season. And we're just waiting for Perlanti to get set.
He's earned it.
All right, it looks like Perlanti is set, and we are now underway in the third period. Goodine trying to get something going here, but DiGiacomo will just play it out with the stick. Doolittle. Has to go around Carter. Shot goes wide. Amon will pick it up. Go around Doolittle. He will, and trying to find Goodine, but instead will end up into the hands of Frost. Matt trying to get a shot off, but I don't know what happened. It didn't get all of it. And now the ball comes out of the zone, and the Lock Monsters retreat. Daner will pick it up. And as everyone is back on side, he'll pass it over to Frost.
Come on over, Christian, come on over.
Frost is looking for some help. Pass it to the right. Here's a shot here, and that goes wide of the net. Trip Carter trying to get another attack going here, but instead will turn it over. And shot goes wide. That one coming off of Brian McDougall. Now a bunch of bodies along the boards. The Lock Monsters will try to get another shot off, but that was a very weak shot. Back to Frost. If you see you can get anything going here, that goes wide of the net, and a cover up by Perlanti. Yeah, the Lock Monsters must be frustrated right now. Holding second in the standings. They got some great scores here, but they're just getting nothing right now. Over to Wallace. Pass up to his left, but he'll instead find the stick. The Lock Monster and Grayson Bell is going to try to find some help, but instead it was, the stick went a little high there. Got to be a little bit more careful. Here's a shot, and that got blocked. Still in the same place. Tries to get another shot off of the blocker, and another glove save by Perlanti. Great few chances by Caratelli.
Come on, Brian, off the draw here.
Panthers win this face-off. It went off the body. Oh! There's the first goal of the game. That one coming from Ben Vesa. It took them a while, but they finally got one.
It was Ben, 6. Unassisted?
Honestly, I didn't think that was going to get through, but somehow it did. Ayers is going to chase it down with Meister right on her. And Meister trying to get a shot off, goes off of Ayers. So we'll try to pass it up. And here's a breakaway here. That's the second one of the game. And instead tries to pass it over. Here's Ayers. And that one goes off the backboards, a few slashes, and a cover up by DiGiacomo. Well, hopefully that will give the Lock Monsters the energy they need to get back in this game.
Yeah, exactly. They knew to do it, right? Goal scorers.
Off the face-off. Lock Monsters will get possession now. Far right side, he'll try to center it up, and instead it goes to the end boards. Doolittle try to get something going here, but held up by Trip Carter and a cover up by Berlanti. Yeah, that would have been a close shot, but a good stick lift by Carter. Off the draw now. The Panthers win this face-off. They have been doing much better compared to the whole season. And down to the far corner, Godine trying to find some help. You know, will find it in the form of Trip Carter. Carter with a shot goes wide of the net. Coyne tries to center it up, goes off a few sticks, and goes back to Coyne. Shot saved by DiGiacomo. Oh, just missed the stick of Godine. There's a shot by Carter and will be intercepted, and now the Lock Monsters go back on the attack. Here is Joey Murphy. Pass it back, shot, leg save, coming off of Kevin Frost. And now here come the Panthers once again, and gets knocked away, and Coyne will start again. Coyne, and that is a penalty there. Godine is going to the box for high sticking. One of the most common penalties, and Godine has fell for it. Yeah, that was a very easy call. So Godine in the box for high sticking. And the Lock Monsters will at least get a chance to put this back to a one-goal game. Off the draw, Grayson Bell, great leg save by Berlanti, and another face-off will occur, and that will waste more time off the clock.
If they don't score on it, and you all fit that, that's 2 minutes close.
And a shot goes high. Another shot by Vesa, and that missed. Center it up off the stick of Wallace, and it will end up in the glove of Berlanti. Good move to waste more time on this power play. Chantel Ayers just holding, killing more time, and whoa, it didn't get all of it. And well, they did kill a few seconds. Let's see if they can get it out. Frost will dump it right back in. Ayers will chase it down with Bell right on her. Now has 2 blue jerseys around her. She needs some help, and she will get some help. But it goes back to the point with Joe Daner. Here's Frost again. Vesa whiffed on the shot. And has to fight off Wallace. Chantel Ayers. Bell right behind her. She's just killing more time. I don't think that the Lock Monsters are playing aggressively enough. And now back to the point is Kevin Frost. Oh, pass it back to his left to Vesa. Went off and score! The Lock Monsters are back within 1.
I think he is here, huh? 6. The assist?
Yeah, the right winger over there.
13.
So the Lock Monsters, with the power play goal, will get this back to a 1-goal game with 6:40 remaining. The thing for the Panthers is they got to keep this off their minds. If they feel defeated off those 2 goals, they're going to lose this game.
Good point.
Oh, bad pass here. Oh, I went off. Score! We have a tie game!
Look out.
We have a tie game! And a timeout called by the Panthers.
Yeah, they need it.
Oh boy, we'll have a whole new game now. with 6:12 remaining. We have a tie game, 3-3. That goal coming off of Brian McDougall.
Arlante's definitely trying to stall for time a little bit.
And now we have a tie game, 3-3. We currently have 2 guys with a potential hat trick, 1 for each team. And it goes out of play. It may have gone off the stick of Carter. We'll see. We're going to put this face off at.
Offside.
It was an offside. So instead, it will come back into the Lock Monster zone. Yeah, a little tie up there, and the Lock Monsters win this face off, but we'll turn it over to Trip Carter. They'll send it back in. Goodine just realizing that they're offside. Now Trip Carter has to beat out Doolittle. And Goodine on the far right board and runs into Kevin Frost. And a little battle for possession now. This is, I haven't seen Goodine this physical in the game. Shot saved by Berlanti and just whacks it out of there. Shot, whoa, what a save! There's an amazing save by Berlanti, he'll cover up.
Unbelievable.
You remember earlier in this season when we had Mark Kamoshi make all those saves? This is pretty much rivaling it now. Oh, that would have been a great deflection. Yeah, great job by Berlanti to keep this a tie game. And Giacomo looks out Goodine over to Coyne. Misses the pass, and it'll be the Lock Monsters trying to start another attack. They're going to say no icing because it reached Berlanti, and he'll cover up. And 4.5 remaining in what has been an intense game. Meister wins this face-off and a turnover to Chris Lunds. Trying to fight off a few blue jerseys. Shot saved by Giacomo. Lunds looking for the hat trick. Ayers trying to keep it in, unable. And now Grayson Bell chasing it down. Has to fight off Wallace, wraparound chance. Just missed! That went across the crease. Didn't quite find the right angle, otherwise it would have been a Lock Monster lead. Lunds again. Good move to get it around. Matthews shot. Score! Hat trick for Lunds!
25-17. Got it.
So finally a hat trick.
Remind Chris he can't score another one. Chris, that's your third. Not that you didn't already know that.
Come on, Mason.
So now,
So now you
4-3.
need 2 or 3 assists.
And we're about to get to a stop clock. We're stopped at 3 minutes now. And now the Lock Monsters have to get back on the attack. There's a shot by Meister. It went high. And now it's Vesa. Has to get around Wallace. Vesa with a wraparound. Goes off the outside of the net. And
They're going to make him play it. They're going to make him play it.
Yeah, they're going to let play continue here. Ayers looking for some help. It goes to the far left to Wallace. Wallace will play it around over to Coyne. And we'll be back. And Goodine just missed on receiving that pass. So that was actually a wide pass, actually. Ayers with a shot. That goes wide. And a little bit of physical activity from Matthews. And actually, I don't blame him. Shot! Whoa! That was a good screen there. The shot missed wide. And the Lock Monsters are going to dump it out. No icing on this play. Coyne will retrieve. They will pass it over to Amon with 1:40 remaining in regulation. At this point, we will keep an eye on DiGiacomo. I never thought I would say that in this game. Ayers will dump it around. With less than a minute and a half, we'll keep an eye on DiGiacomo, see if they're going to pull him. As the teams are going to make changes. And DiGiacomo is coming out of the net. And an empty net for the Block Monsters as they get the extra attacker. And it'll come all the way back. So we approach a minute remaining in regulation. Frost will come out to retrieve. Frost holding. And 1 minute remaining in the third period. They definitely have the manpower to do it. And Carter whacks it out of it with the glove. Tries to get a few shots off. Good back check there. And was that a high stick? Yeah, I don't see any hands raised. And do we have an empty net here? And score! An empty net for Ebner. 5-3 Panthers.
78 with the second of the game.
So Ebner will get his second of the game with the empty netter, and 5-3 Panthers as we are 30 seconds now. And Ebner tried to get on again. And whoa, I don't know what happened with Frost there. It tripped up himself. Long shot, and Berlanti will save it. And with that, the Panthers will get their first win of the season, a much deserved one. As they are just holding it, trying to run down the clock. 5 seconds remaining here. And with that last shot, the Panthers have got their first win of the season. This has been a much different team than we've seen all season. It has finally paid off. What an amazing game. So a big upset here. And we will be back in just a moment.
Great shot, Ron.
I don't think anyone had expected this result. The Panthers come out with a 5-3 win. And it was a win that was pretty much in danger in the third period, but it was amazing. He finally got all the goal scorers. He had an amazing goaltender. They somehow found the power inside that they needed. That was just an amazing game. And with that, they get their first of the season. Well deserved. Well, before we end this off, this is a reminder that we have the Ironman tournament. It is scheduled for June 14th. If you would like to participate, just go to the website at RaleighStreetHockey.com and just click the link. It will give you all the information and the application. You have until June 7th to apply to this. And with that, I'll do it for this week. I'm Daniel Wilson from the Dream Sports Center. We'll see you next time around.